tonight we're talking about Elliot LaPointe, who is wrongfully convicted. On our last rodeo show, we went over that, and tonight we're going to talk about the trial. We have Elliot's father, David, and David, though he has to work a lot, did attend several of the trials, and it seems, first, it appears that Elliot was totally innocent, and secondly, if he really was guilty of anything, it was a brawl, and in this case, even if he was guilty, it would have been totally out of proportion to anything that happened. And David, could you tell us a little bit about what went on at the trial? One of the things we want our listeners to find out is that things in court are not what they think they are.
Okay, let me just clarify one thing first. So, Elliot is the older brother. Tony, or Anthony, is the one that is in prison. So
Did I say Elliot? I meant to say Anthony.
Oh,
we're talking about Anthony.
I'm sorry.
I think it was Allison might have said Elliot. Okay. Anyway, so it's Anthony LaPointe.
Well, to begin with, you basically hit the nail right on the head. You know, it wasn't an attack, a plan, premeditated, or anything like that occurred. These two guys, you know, they just got in a brawl. You know, a regular street or bar type of brawl, and you know, it accelerated a little bit beyond fist, and maybe, you know, a little further than it should have. And they were equally battered, you know, in the encounter. So for Tony to end up with as much time in prison as he did, it was really way out of proportion because of the circumstances. You know, it amounted to he said, she said when it came to the court. You know, there was no real evidence. And a lot of the evidence was stretched or fabricated, in my opinion. And that's for the opinion of most of the people that were in the trial that were biased towards Tony's defense. You know, Tony had a past record, which they used quite effectively, you know, to convict him. But it wasn't, still, you know, he got 24 years for a brawl. It's way out of proportion, even for the state of Arizona. And that's...
Well, what happened to assume innocent until proven guilty? That seems to have been turned on his head. It seems like Anthony was assumed guilty, and it's up to him to prove under incredibly adverse circumstances that, in fact, he's innocent.
Yeah, they denied most of his evidence or suppressed. And even before that, the incident occurred, the Tempe police, you know, they had targeted him. They told us before. They told his mother that we're going to get your son. You know, because he had been in some altercations in car accidents. And
profiling.
Yeah, they had profiled. They had his name. He was on the radar. Yep. And they, you know, they wanted to get him. They told us that before this even occurred. They told his mother that they were going to get him. And when they did get him, they called us up and said, "We got him. And we're going to put him away for a long time." So, you know, they were in line waiting for him. And he's not a criminal that aggressively, you know, tries to do crime to get money or any type like that. You know, his criminal activities are very small compared to the people that... Minor, yes, minor. Even though on the record they sound so horrible and all that, he's just a young guy that makes bad mistakes. He didn't kill anybody ever. He never stole in bank robbery or any of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Let's see, stop it. I got to get my dog to shut up. Sorry. Please, I'm so sorry, David.
Well, okay, Gloria, are you on now?
Well,
perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what went on at the trial. Do we have Tanya and Elliot on yet?
I'm here. I'm Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. How you doing?
Hi, Tanya. Hi, Allison.
I'm Anthony's. I'm the older sister, so
I remember meeting you at the audition.
Oh.
Do you remember being at the Young Agency?
Yeah.
And,
yes, I remember being there.
And your whole family was there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I can't. It just gives me the chills to like think of your whole family, and it's like we're all together again. And I'm still trying to help your family. I want Anthony. Oh, no. I would like, and I think David Irons would like to know your opinion.
Yes, essentially what we want to know is about the trial. Did Anthony get a fair trial? 'Cause it appears that the evidence was, at the very least, misapplied, and at the very most, fabricated.
Well, first off, I wasn't there through the whole trial process. I was there on the final day. But my brother Elliot and my mom and my stepdad David were there, and from what they said, it sounded like the whole process was it was a sham. They railroaded him, and the impression on my last day was just, I don't think the judge was very partial. I think she had went in there with her mind made up, and she was very vindictive.
Actually, it sounds like from what Gloria told me, the judge seemed to be confusing Anthony with somebody else. Gloria, are you on right now? Perhaps you could tell me a little bit about that. It seems like the judge had seemed to think that perhaps the woman that had been stabbed was Anthony's girlfriend, and that he was responsible for stabbing this woman. Now, from what I understand, from what I understand, he was actually protecting this woman. And did she testify against Anthony? And if so, why would she do that?
Yeah, her initials are R. I'll call her Miss R. She was with Mr. Y, and they had a disagreement, an argument, and so Anthony tried to, stop the fight, told him, hey, we don't want the cops to be coming, calm down, and so he was kind of attacking her, so that's when my son ran over there to intervene.
Well, when did she get stabbed? Because from the police report, she was badly injured. She was stabbed with a broken bottle in the shoulder, and there was literally meat and pieces of fat hanging out. This woman was seriously injured.
Not by Anthony.
Not by Anthony,
No,
I understand. It was by this.
No.
It was by this man that you're talking about. He was drunk, and What led him to want to attack his girlfriend like that? Do you know what the circumstances were?
No, my son just said that he went into a jealous rage because she had come over and started talking to him and his girlfriend, and she was admiring his tattoos on his arm. So he could only just,
Can I maybe step in here? Maybe she was jealous or something, or was in a rage herself. Maybe maybe some women want to get out after a man. I mean, it's happened before. I think that when you come from two good parents like you and David, and just because you have a tattoo does not mean you are evil. You have raised, you are one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I've met you a few times. Your family is so nice, I could never, ever, ever in my entire life see your son go to prison for life. And I know Maricopa County, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, David Irons. I just would like justice to be served. And I do think sometimes a woman, and I'm a woman, can take advantage of a nice family.
It could be, but we're trying to find out what the motivations were. I mean, clearly this is a fight that elevated beyond anything that one would be reasonably expect to happen. Apparently, this man, I'm getting a little confused with these names. What should we call this man? H.
I just call him Mr. Y.
Mr. Y apparently was jealous because Miss what should we call him? the woman?
Oh, Miss R.
Maybe
R.
they had an affair, but who knows?
Miss R. Apparently was talking to Anthony, and as happens when people are drinking, it escalated into something that was pretty outrageous. But apparently, the police led to that. Boy, there's an awful lot of noise going on.
That's me at work here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Okay.
Okay. Well, I can mute you if you'd like.
It's okay. I'm still talking.
Okay.
Gloria?
Yes.
What I would like to talk to you about is why on earth would they pick on your son? And I still are you there?
Yeah, I can barely hear, but I can hear.
Okay. Oh, okay. I still think it's money, power, and control, and racial
profiling.
Racial profiling. Okay. Did you read the USA Today?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I picked it up. I was at the coffee shop, and my sister is an attorney. September 26, 2012. For wrongfully convicted, only a ticket home. The government frees inmates, but offers little help. But guess what happens to the little help? They go on welfare. They go on food stamps. $30 billion. And I must repeat that. And it's getting bigger because the more radio shows we do, the more people. Anthony is innocent. He was a kid. Do you know I used to go to a pool party and drink a few beers and have some fun and have a blast and have two beers and swim with my daughter? What else was I supposed to do? Stay home and get and do nothing? Apparently now it's illegal to be young. I mean, these are things that we all did when we were kids. I watched her every second. She went to work with me. I made over $150,000 a year. And probation in Maricopa County took away my career. Never a kid got hit. They never broke their nose. The first thing was safety. We mentioned this on the last show. probation is a system designed for failure. I will repeat that. Probation department and Terry Clark, Judge Michael R. McVeigh.
Well, let's get back to talking about Anthony. Now, we've had a little bit of information here, but really what we're looking for is some facts. What really went on during that trial? Gloria, you said that the judge was seemed to be confused. That the judge seemed to have had Anthony as identified as the wrong person. He seemed to think that she seemed to think that the woman that was injured was, in fact, Anthony's girlfriend. In fact, Anthony's girlfriend was not injured at all. And apparently the boyfriend of the woman who was injured was in fact the perpetrator, the one that actually stabbed her. Did anything ever happen to this man that attacked his girlfriend, stabbed her, and it almost looked like it was an attempted murder? Can you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, I think that no, he did not. He did not even get picked up. The only one who got picked up from the beginning all the way through this whole situation was Anthony.
So while Anthony sits in jail, a dangerous man is not even in prison right now. Clearly, the man is a danger to other people as well as himself. He attacked Anthony with a broken bottle, with a beer bottle, cut the tendons in his arms. He attacked his girlfriend and stabbed her in the shoulders and in the arm with a broken bottle. And it looks like the girlfriend was injured even more than Anthony. The police report was well, very likely these things are never simple, but it was his girlfriend, and at some point she decided not to testify against the man that actually injured her. But did somebody get to her? How did they manage to get her to testify against Anthony?
Yeah, I don't know.
Andrew Thomas, the prosecutor. Yeah, it's amazing how they managed to pull these things off.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Rick Romley and Andrew Thomas?
Rick Romley and Andrew Thomas. I think certainly we can talk about Andrew Thomas because he is the one that prosecuted Anthony.
Disbarred?
Andrew Thomas has been disbarred. That's correct.
Gloria, would you like to say something about Andrew Thomas?
Well, yeah, he did convict quite a few people. And from what I read in the newspaper and on television was that he went after a lot of people who had assault charges. And a lot of those people got a lot of time. I think Elliot's on the line. I know he's trying to come on the line.
Tremendous. Maybe Elliot can tell us about the trial. Elliot, are you online? Can you speak?
Okay, Dan's trying to get online too.
Okay, great.
Hold on, he's trying to save it too.
Okay, very good. I really would like to hear from Anthony, though. He is the one person, or from Anthony's brother Elliot, and to find out a little bit more about this trial.
Yeah, I think he's trying to call. He's texting me, and okay. I gave him the access codes, but I don't think I gave him the right PIN code. But I gave him your number, David, so he might be trying to call you.
Okay. Well, he's welcome to, and I can give him the access code.
It will be on YouTube, but it's not the same thing. We want to hear from him. I have to play tennis in the morning, and it's like almost 1 in the morning my time. But I'm Gloria. I've worked for free for 12 years. So I'm just trying to do my best. Oh, shoot.
Mom, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hardly hear. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe you can you turn up the volume on your headset, because everybody sounds is coming in loud and clear for me. Do you have a volume adjustment, Gloria? Sometimes it's on the cord, and sometimes it's on the keyboard.
Okay, hold on.
Sometimes you have to turn it up with your mouse.
Elliot's going to call your number, David.
Okay.
He's texting me right now, and he's asking me, what number do I use? I'm like,
okay, well, it's a little, I can't mute myself out while I'm talking on the phone with Elliot.
Oh, okay.
I just don't have a way to do that.
It's like, it's it's 215-383-1021. Access code 223-309-534. Joining in, ID number 223-309-534.
Okay. Yeah, I text that to him, so he should.
Sometimes it's difficult to getting on with the cell phone. There's several different types of voice-over internet protocols, and sometimes they just don't play nicely together. But Gloria, what can you tell us about the trial? The judge. What was the reason that the judge was? Well, I guess the judge is probably confused because she hadn't read the record, as often seems to happen. The judge in the cases that I have seen relied on somebody else to tell them the facts of the case. Very seldom does the judge actually read the pertinent documents on the case.
Yeah, she just seemed really prejudiced from the beginning. She just had it in for Anthony from day one, and it just seemed like they kept mixing up cases. She kept talking about, I saw how you beat up your girlfriend, and we were just like, what? Who's she talking about? Well,
another legal matter is that a judge is testifying at a hearing. Now, according to Arizona law, it is illegal. It is against the court rules for a judge to testify. How can a judge testify? Do we have the right to cross-examine the judge? Does the judge have first-hand knowledge of the case?
Yeah, I don't know.
If the judge was not actually there at the time of the incident, then clearly they are not legally a qualified witness, or in legal terms, a competent witness. Which is not to say that she's not a competent individual. It just says that she does not have first-hand knowledge of the case.
Well, I felt the same way, because on the last day, she was very opinionated, she was very preachy, very opinionated, and I remember sitting there in the courtroom thinking, what is this? I can understand, like she was giving a dressing gown, and I thought, she's giving an opinion, and I don't think she should be doing that, because in our discussion earlier, I felt like she wasn't impartial.
Well, that alone is sufficient reason to overturn a ruling if the judge was found to be biased. Now, of course, we all know that whenever you're in a court, the judge is always biased. I don't think I've ever seen a judge that was not biased.
Especially with single mothers, which I was, out-of-staters, which I was.
Well, I think what most people don't realize is that when you go into court, they have an agenda. It's not like on TV where the good, honest lawyer is out there to uncover the truth, and the prosecutor is there just to find the bad guy, irregardless of where it lies. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to tell one story. My brother-in-law that just had a stroke was a lawyer. He got a kid off of a murder trial. The kid went out. He was a criminal attorney. The kid went out and murdered his whole family, and he turned into a law professor. He's a stroke victim right now.
Well, it shows just how broken the system is. The ones that really should be prosecuted are not. And in Anthony's case, the man that had stabbed 2 people has gotten off scot-free. So the other tragedy of it is that this dangerous individual is still out there.
But let me finish. He never went into a courtroom again because he believed the 16-year-old was innocent. And the kid murdered his entire family. And, you just never know. I mean...
Well, what's sad about that story is that the good guys, the ones that really have a conscience, are the ones that are most likely to drop out of the system. If good people do not step forward, it leaves only the corrupt individuals.
He went to Princeton and graduated with a 4.0. My sister, 4.0. Married him. His kids are 4.0s. They all went to U of M. My kids are 4.0. You can't. You just can't judge people by their cover.
Well, they should be judging by the evidence rather than by first opinions. Anthony is a big guy, 240 pounds with tattoos on his body. Clearly, they look at him and decide, here's a bad guy.
I got a tattoo on my ankle. I'm looking at it right now.
You're also 5 foot nothing and weigh 100 pounds.
It's gross.
David?
Yes.
I think Elliot's on.
Okay, wonderful. Elliot, can you tell us about the trial?
Oh my gosh!
Elliot, can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Elliot, can you hear me? Elliot.
I'm gonna call him. Okay, I'm gonna take my headphone off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk him through it.
Can we get a two-way, David? 213. Can you put me on hold and do a two-way?
Let me see if I think I can put this on
Okay,
hold.
he's asking how do I dial in, so I'm gonna give him a quick ring. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, David can do the. This is. Dan Kelly's taping this. It's going to be on YouTube. Can I talk to someone while we're on hold?
Is special pin?
What?
The pin is 223-309-534.
All right, Elliot, you call that number 215-383-1021. Then you put in the code 223-309-534. And then I think you put it in again, 223-309-534. You should be able to talk.
It's 215, not 213.
Oh, 215. Dial 1-215-383-1023.
I think, hold on.
And then access code 223-309-534.
David, you changed the number on me. Hold on.
Can you hear me,
Hold on.
Elliot?
Yes, that is the new access code.
But you changed the number. It's not 2 and 3 anymore. Hold on.
Glory had it right.
215-383-1021.
Okay, go ahead, keep talking, you guys. I'll get it to him.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
Okay, it's 215 383 1021, and then the PIN, the meeting ID is correct. It's 223-309-534. That is our new number. So if you call in, you go 215, and I'm paid by the system. Jamie Nolan, which is James Nolan's ex-wife, he loves her out. He can get a job, and he'll be expunged. But
yeah, he wants to go into ministry. He wants to do something with kids and kind of, you know.
If the people in the system knew that there are good people that don't want to get out and go after a lawsuit. I never sued.
Yeah, it happened ever since you started these meetings a long ago. I thought, how come that?
You know, we got to stick together. Okay.
Yep, and we will. We will. You know what? I got to go right now, but go ahead and finish up, Elliot, and just kind of add what you want, you and Tanya.
Okay. You know what?
Okay, well, we're getting near the end of the hour, and I think we'll have to end this, but we can take this up another time.
David, I have to get up and play tennis tomorrow morning. So if you want to talk to Elliot, talk to him. And it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning my time, and I got to play at 6 a.m. Do you mind talking to Elliot alone?
No, I'm going to end the telephone conference right now, and I really do have to get back to work. But thanks for attending, everybody.
Thank you for having us, David.
Okay.
Okay, Elliot. Do you have anything else to say? Take care.
Okay.
Are you guys still on, or?
We're still on. We're still recording.
Elliot?
Okay. Yeah, I just for my real quick advice, I just think they're pretty much looking for convictions, and they'll do anything to bend the law to look for a conviction, and that's what they pretty much did, I think. But to exploit something like this, I would think you have to get involved in other groups that are doing the same.
because it's not, you're not going to be able to do it by yourself, from my knowledge, and you have to get involved with people and rallies that are doing the same, and like the same thing they're doing to Joe Arpaio on the streets and everything. I think it's going to have to take an uprising against the system to notice that people want change. And I think if enough people would have enough complaints and showing a lot of negativity, that what the system does, and a lot of faults and paperwork and facts that are put out there, that's something that will get somebody's attention.
Exactly.
It's going to have to take a group of people to come together, and they're doing it. And I think eventually it's going to be exposed that they've been getting away with it for years, and they got immunity, but I think eventually people are going to want change, and even the kids on the street are taking time to. They're not even going to school. They rather go to the rallies, and if the kids are getting involved, the high schoolers and all the kids are getting involved, that's the future. That's the next generation, and I think they're gonna. If it doesn't happen in our time, it's going to happen later on down the future.
It's spreading. It's spreading.
It's being exposed
all over.
And the light's going to shine on it, and it's going to expose who those people really are. It is a crooked system, and they're not interested in the truth. They're more interested in getting the conviction. And if they were really interested in the truth, they would look harder. They would give you a fair trial and a fair court hearing. That's what I think anyway. But they're more wanting to push you through the system, get you convicted, seal up that case, and send you on your way. And a lot of people find there's a lot of people that their lives get thrown away. They just want to hurry up, sign, do their time, and get out and move on with their life with what they have. And
well, do your time. 100 years.
Not everybody has money to get a lawyer. Not everybody has money to defeat the system. So the fact is, what can we do? You know what I mean? What can we do?